Okay. Oh, my phone, it does a really funny thing. It makes a funny noise when you video and you start videoing. Right, so I've marked out then all of the cuts. So these are all of the cuts I'm going to make, and the way I've done it is just straight edge, and I'll just use that to get my corner pieces. And what I've done then is I've just drawn a line where I'm going to stop cutting. That's the plan. Now, I've had to borrow a load of stuff off of one of my mates, because he's a chippy, and he's got all of the right gear for cutting straight lines, and I'm not very good at that. So let's have a go. So this is going to slide up and down that and give me a nice cut, straight cut, so I've got to know exactly where to stop, which I do, and you have to take into account the thickness of the saw blade as well. Okay, but I figured that out and we're okay. So let's have a go at this. Sorry about that, the phone ran out of video in space again. Now then, so you see what I've done? So I've cut up my line, and you see I've gone down to where I've got to stop there, and up to where I've got to stop there. Ooh. And then I've just done that. Now that hasn't gone through, but it gives me a nice straight sort of line on the front there. Okay, so what I've got to do, I've done this one, that one, so I've got to do all of the ones going up this way, and then I've got to turn it around, or I've got to then go and do all of the ones going across the other way, and then I'll end up with just the corners to cut. So bear with me, I'll be back with you. Yeah, but awesome bit of kit this, oh, unbelievable. I couldn't do it without this, I'll tell you. However, the battery's gone flat on it, so now I've got to charge the battery up. So I want to leave that exactly where it is, because I'm halfway through a cut. Oh, he's giving me... What do you reckon? Do you reckon that battery will fit? Now I've got to be careful here, because he might watch this video one day. Okay, so all of my cuts are now done on my straights that I've got to cut out. Fantastic. So now we're just going to get the jigsaw. Battery didn't fit, by the way. No, I didn't force it in there, I swear. I had to wait for it to charge up. So now I've got to get the jigsaw and just cut around these corners very, very carefully. There we have it. We have one hole cut out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. Okay, so it's all cut out. Fantastic. Pretty straight. A couple of my corners are a little bit wavery, but bear in mind the way I'm doing the doors are going to sit on top. So I'm not doing flush fit doors like you see on more modern vans. So my doors are going to be a centimetre round all of the way around these holes anyway. So that's pretty good. So now we've got to sort of surface or finish off the holes. And so what you got is some trim here. Okay. And that's the profile, and if you look at it, you can see in the middle it's got a bit that... Now I don't know if that's my eyes that are blurry or the camera that's blurry. Anyway, that profile there. So what we've got to do, we've got to route a hole around here for the profile. And my mate who's lent me all of the tools, he's in the process of doing a T5 at the minute. So he's got everything that you need to do this sort of stuff. So he's given me a router as well. And all it has, and it's all set up, ready to go, because he's just been doing his. So it's just got a little blade in it. And bear with me, let's video a little bit if we can. Right, can you see me? Can you see me? Yes, you can. So this is set to the right depth. So all I've got to do is keep this flat on this bit of wood, and then just go round all of the holes from the inside, okay? So... one done. As easy as that. Well, good morning. Now, I don't know if you can see me or not, because my phone, you'll notice on my phone, it's making a horrible buzzy noise, and whenever I do like a selfie shape shot, it does it all of the time. Anyway, so yeah, day 2 of the bank holiday. Now, yesterday I spent loads of time on the bus, and I got loads and loads done, which was fantastic. And today I want to spend a lot of time on the bus as well and carry on with it. So I've got up really early. I've done washing up, swept the floor, tidied up the kitchen, you know, trying to get some brownie points here. Yeah, so we'll just see how we do today. Okay, let's have a look at what we did yesterday. So yesterday we got all of our wiring done, didn't we? We got our 12 volt wirings all done, our 24 volt wirings done. Battery charger's broken, what a shame, never mind, can't do anything about that in a minute. Well, we could take it apart, couldn't we? But I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to spend my time taking it apart. I've started edging this cupboard then. So edged around the fridge and edged a couple of these doors. So I've got to edge the rest of these doors, which I can do now. It doesn't make too much noise. But I've got to cut the doors as well. So we'll do that as soon as it's not too early to start cutting wood. Okay, so that's our plan. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edge these doors. So I'll quickly show how we do it. Look, I sound like a professional, never done this before. I'll show you how I'm doing it, and yeah, let's have a little go. Okay then, so fitting one of these sills then. Now I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but the sill has like a profile on it, and it has an outer lip. So we have a lip that will come down about 1 millimetre down on the outside of this. So if you have a bit of a rough cut, it will cover it up nicely. Now we routed a hole, didn't we? 2mm hole around the inside of the aperture here. And so what we've got to do, we've just got to fit it. So as long as I put it on the right way around, I'll start at the centre at the bottom. And I'll just push it in to the hole, like so. Now it is surprising, I got loads of this stuff, mate boy. I went to a place in Hermitage near Newbury, and there was a guy down there. Oh Christ, what were they called? What were they called? It'll come to me in a minute. He was really lovely bloke, very helpful. Sold me a $1 million bit of wood, but he was very liberal and helpful with information. He let me look around and show me how to do stuff and things like that, which was great. So thank you very much. I didn't catch your name, but thank you anyway. So I've pushed it in then, and so then it's just a matter of tapping it down and making a bit of noise. So you can see from that there has gone on properly, and then that there has gone up a little bit, isn't it? So I just need to tap it in all of the way around. Until I get a nice straight edge. Careful not to miss. So going around a corner then. Need my glasses. And you can see if it's gone on right because you get a straight line. Okay, so let's have a look. And you can see here it finishes it off. Are you focused? Focus. I think my phone's on its way out. This thing's not working on it anymore. Oh, this would be a disaster. You won't be able to watch any more videos until I get an upgrade, which is ages yet. Okay, so anyway, you get the idea. So that's gone on absolutely lovely, round to there and round to there, and I just got to keep doing this on all of them. So I've only got one to go. Well, this one and this one to go. Okay, so I'll continue on and I'll come back to you shortly. The edges, where is an edge piece? Here's an edge piece. So you get some profile like so to go around the corners, as you can see, and they're on there, great. So that's all sort of slotted together nicely, and it's looking great. I'm really pleased with it. It's one of those things that it's one of those things that's easy to get a nice result, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. I made a bit of a balls up, not with that. So there's a little bit of a gap there, which is fine. I can deal with it if I need to. But to be fair, I don't think you'll see it anyway, because there'll be a drawer in there. Not much of a drawer. Probably a big enough drawer to put one fork in, possibly. So that's fine. My big balls up, but it's thankfully I'm not going for flush fitting doors, otherwise I'd probably have to start again. But I didn't realise I'd done this, but when I was cutting it, the jigsaw jumped out of the hole and I've dinked the edge of the cabinet. Now luckily with the doors, because my doors are going to be bigger than the holes, you won't even notice it. So let's just pretend that didn't happen. Okay, so that's cool, that's good. So my cabinet is starting to take shape. Now what I've done, the top edge of this is actually 10mm higher than the worktop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to route a 10mm hole in the worktop, so it all kind of slots together, and I figured that would probably be a little bit stronger at holding it together that way. So this side and that side as well, if you see what I mean. Which is great. So that bit of it is done now. So my next task then is to fit the gas. Oh, well, I say that bit. I mean, I'm up to a point with this bit. I've still got to make the doors and things like that, but it's raining at the minute, and I'm going to cut outside, so I'm going to wait till later on. So now we've got to fit the gas. Now, I started making my gas container here. You can see what a beautiful job this was. And there was a whole video on making this as well. But I'm downsizing on my gas bottle, so I've got a small gas bottle. Oh, thank you, my friend at the gas place. He sorted me out good and proper. However, I was looking at utilising this existing cabinet and chopping it down a little bit, but it's a bit too small because you have to have a different fitting if you go smaller with your gas. So then I'm going to have to start all over again. So our task then is to fit the gas. Now there's a hole drilled in the floor where the gas is going to sit. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and make some kind of a box or something that this will sit in. That's relatively sealed, with a hole in the bottom, which we've already got a hole in the bottom. Okay, so task of next is sorting out the gas on it. So this is where my carpentry skills, as you can see, look at this. This is proper. We've got to make something like this, but I'm going to go a bit simpler. I'm going to try and make it square this time. Okay, so bear with me and I'll find some wood.